Hello, everybody. Naughty Nana does. Happy hump day, everybody. How's everybody doing in the middle of the week on the first day of March? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing fabulous. It's plus 3 degrees here. That's right. So it's almost 40 degrees. That's pretty good. Just saying. Well, what I'm going to talk about today is I like to watch some of the TED Talks on all kinds of subjects. This guy that was on there, he's the Jolly Good Ginger is his handle anyway. I think that's what he goes on YouTube with and everything else too. But he talks about white supremacy. That's right. Now, I got a really good education on white supremacy from listening to this young fella. He tells it like it is, and mostly he tells you what it isn't. It's pretty interesting how people convince themselves that they're not racist. But anyway, before we go any further, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, won't you? And if you like your family and friends, how about sharing this with them? I think it's a good topic, good family topic. I'm dying to hear what you got to say, so please leave a comment. And as always, please subscribe to my channel because I really appreciate it. That's right. Okay, so this is my education as a poor old white Canadian woman. And trust us, we have our white supremacists and stuff up here too. We used to say it's just them in the States, but it's not. It's all over the place. The older I get, the more I'm finding out this stuff. But now I'm searching it out and trying to read more. So anyway, this young fella's name's Russell T. And he grew up in the culture of white supremacy in what he called the hollers of North Carolina. And all his family, all his friends, anybody he knew, were all raised the same way. He said you had the bad end of town, which equated to the black population, and then their end of town, which wasn't much better because they were all poor as dirt. I'm just saying. Now, everyone in his end of town was white, racist, and hypocrites. That's what he said. He said he was taught that black families were on food stamps and welfare and sold drugs because they were too lazy to get a job, even though his own father was poor, had a really minimal job, was on food stamps, plus he was dealing weed out the back door. He said because he deserved to be on the food stamps. That's right, he deserved it, and he was selling drugs to help support his kids. So what they say down, he says, everybody says, we are good, hard-working people. If you treat us right, we'll treat you right. But black people are lazy thugs, are violent, and are guilty until proven innocent. He said, I was raised Christian and racist. So this is what I found interesting. White men founded the country, and the country was divided along racial lines as in the founding documents of secession, slavery, and racial division was important, and it was a conversation that's been going on for the last 400 years. And those white ancestors set it up that way so that generations after them would succeed, and no other race would succeed above them. That's their thoughts. So I'm thinking that this is definitely proof that children learn what they live, and why racism and oppression exists. When you know better, you do better. I'm just saying. Now, he said in 2015, the Confederate flag was still hanging over the State House when Nikki Haley was the governor. Now, apparently, she only took it down because she was shamed into it, and in my opinion, by her rich donors. They convinced her, and the people around her convinced her, that it would be a good idea for her to get that down so she'd have future talking points when she ran for president. That was in 2015, that was said. What goes around comes around, I'm thinking. But anyway, they said that, is the South racist? And one black woman says, depends who you ask. I'm with her. And one man said, well, there's all these black colleges, there's all black churches, nobody complains about that, but if whites have an all-white church or an all-white college, they're racist. And the reporter that was talking to this fella said, I think it comes from the fact that they had no other choice because of segregation. And they had to have their own schools and their own churches. And his reply was, well, that's true. And everyone got along back then. Yeah, there was segregation. But everybody got along good back then, didn't they? So yeah, be careful what you teach your kids. They're little sponges out there. You know what I mean? They're out there just sucking everything up that they can find. They're dying to learn. Please let them. And all these schools and all these friggin' governors, DeSantis, trying to ban black history and stuff like that. Well, he says, we're not banning black history. No, but you sure as fuck are watering it down a lot, aren't you? And AP courses on black culture and diversity, can't have those. They're taking diversity out of school. How are these kids going to learn any better? When politicians are left, right, and center tearing up universities and public colleges and whatnot. Please, let somebody have an ounce of sense and stop this bullshit, please. For everybody. We're trying to stomp it out up here, too. Just everybody, please. It doesn't take that much. Do some reading. Do some research, for Christ's sake. Do something old-fashioned. Go to a goddamn library. Flip some pages. I don't know. But yeah, I learned a lot about what's going on down there and how these kids are raised. And I really appreciate that TED Talk. The Jolly Good Ginger. Check him out. He sounds like a good fella to me. But anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. Be good. Be safe. Mwah. Talk at you later.